Many people lose their peace because they allow the outside world to control their inner world. One harsh word, one rude comment, one unexpected problem, and suddenly their entire day is ruined. Stoic philosophy teaches something different. It teaches that your calm is your power. When you learn how to control your reactions instead of trying to control everything around you, you gain a kind of strength that most people never develop. In this video, we will explore powerful Stoic principles that can help you stay calm no matter what life throws at you. Before we continue, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Here we explore timeless wisdom that helps you build mental strength, emotional control, and a focused life. If you want more content that sharpens your mindset and helps you grow stronger every day, make sure you subscribe and stay with this community. The first principle of Stoic calm is understanding that most things in life are outside your control. People will say what they want to say. Situations will unfold in ways you cannot predict. The Stoics believed that peace begins when you stop fighting reality. Instead of wasting energy trying to control everything, focus on what truly belongs to you, your thoughts, your choices, and your actions. When you master this mindset, many things that once disturbed you will suddenly lose their power. Another powerful Stoic principle is learning to pause before reacting. Many people react instantly when they feel anger, frustration, or embarrassment. But Stoic thinkers believe that the moment between an event and your reaction is where your freedom lives. When something upsetting happens, pause. Take a breath. Think carefully before you respond. This small habit can completely change the way you experience difficult moments. Stoicism also teaches the importance of emotional discipline. This does not mean suppressing your emotions or pretending you do not feel anything. Instead, it means refusing to allow emotions to control your decisions. Anger can cloud your judgment. Fear can make you weak. But when you observe your emotions without letting them control you, you begin to act with clarity and wisdom. Another principle is understanding that insults only hurt when you accept them. Someone may try to provoke you, criticize you, or mock you. But their words only gain power if you allow them to enter your mind and disturb your peace. Stoic thinkers often reminded themselves that the opinions of others are simply opinions. They do not define your value, your direction, or your purpose. The Stoics also practiced seeing obstacles as opportunities. Most people see problems as reasons to complain or give up, but Stoicism encourages a different perspective. Every challenge can strengthen your patience, discipline, and resilience. When you begin to look at difficulties as training for your mind, you stop feeling like a victim of circumstances. Another important Stoic idea is learning to expect difficulties. Life will never be perfectly smooth. There will be setbacks, misunderstandings, and unexpected challenges. When you accept this truth in advance, problems lose their ability to shock you. Instead of reacting with frustration, you respond with calm preparation. Stoicism also encourages you to focus on your own character rather than the behavior of others. Many people waste energy worrying about what others are doing or saying. But Stoic thinkers believe the most important question is always this: are you acting with wisdom, patience, and integrity? When you focus on improving yourself instead of judging others, your mind becomes lighter and calmer. Another powerful principle is practicing gratitude. The human mind naturally focuses on what is missing, what went wrong, or what could be better. But gratitude changes that perspective. When you regularly remind yourself of what you already have, your health, your opportunities, your ability to grow, you create a mindset that is much harder to disturb. Stoicism also teaches the value of silence. Not every criticism deserves a response. Not every argument deserves your attention. Sometimes the strongest response is calm silence. When you refuse to react to negativity, you protect your energy and maintain control over your emotions. A calm mind is not something that appears overnight. It is built through daily practice. Each moment you choose patience instead of anger, understanding instead of frustration, and reflection instead of reaction, you strengthen your mental discipline. Over time, these small choices create a powerful inner stability. Many of the greatest thinkers in history admired Stoicism because it teaches practical wisdom for everyday life. It reminds us that true strength is not loud or aggressive. True strength is quiet control over your own mind. Imagine moving through life with this level of calm. When people argue, you remain composed. When problems arise, you remain focused. When others lose control, you remain steady. This is the kind of inner strength Stoicism helps you build. Remember that calmness is not weakness. In reality, it is one of the greatest forms of power. Anyone can react emotionally, but it takes discipline and wisdom to remain calm in difficult moments. When you practice these Stoic ideas consistently, something interesting begins to happen. Situations that once upset you start to feel smaller. Words that once hurt you begin to lose their weight. Your peace becomes stronger than the chaos around you. If this message resonates with you and you want to build a stronger mind, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Here we share powerful ideas from Stoicism and other timeless philosophies that help you develop discipline, wisdom, and emotional strength. Stay calm. Stay focused. And remember, when you control your mind, the world loses its ability to control you. Another Stoic principle that helps you remain calm is learning not to take things personally. Most of the time, the way people behave has very little to do with you. People act based on their own fears, insecurities, experiences, and frustrations. When someone is rude or dismissive, it often reflects their inner struggle rather than your worth. Once you understand this, you stop absorbing negativity that was never meant to belong to you in the first place. Stoicism also teaches the value of perspective. When something upsetting happens, step back and ask yourself an important question: will this matter a year from now? In many cases, the answer is no. What feels like a huge problem today will eventually become a small memory. By learning to zoom out and view situations from a broader perspective, you train your mind to remain steady instead of overwhelmed. Another key Stoic habit is controlling your attention. Your mind naturally moves toward drama, gossip, and negativity because these things are emotionally stimulating. But what you focus on grows stronger in your mind. If you constantly pay attention to negativity, your mind becomes restless. When you deliberately focus on meaningful work, learning, and personal growth, your inner world becomes much calmer. Stoic thinkers also believed strongly in the power of self-reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to quietly review your actions and reactions. Ask yourself where you remained calm and where you allowed emotions to take control. This simple habit helps you learn from your experiences and improve your emotional discipline little by little. Another important idea is learning to detach from the need for approval. Many people lose their calm because they constantly worry about what others think of them. They fear criticism, rejection, or misunderstanding. Stoicism reminds us that living according to your values matters far more than pleasing everyone around you. When your actions are guided by integrity, the opinions of others lose much of their power over you. Stoic philosophy also encourages simplicity. When life becomes overloaded with unnecessary desires, expectations, and comparisons, the mind becomes restless. But when you simplify your priorities and focus on what truly matters, growth, character, and purpose, you naturally experience more peace. Another Stoic practice is learning to slow down your thoughts. When the mind races, emotions follow quickly behind. But when you deliberately slow your thinking and observe situations carefully, you gain clarity. Calm thinking leads to calm decisions, and calm decisions create a more stable life. Stoicism also reminds us that patience is a powerful form of strength. Many problems become worse because people rush into reactions fueled by anger or frustration. Patience allows situations to unfold more clearly. Often, the best response reveals itself only when you allow time to pass. Another Stoic lesson is learning to accept imperfection. No person, situation, or plan will ever be perfect. When you expect perfection, you create constant frustration for yourself. But when you accept that life naturally includes mistakes and flaws, you stop fighting reality and start working with it. Stoic thinkers also practiced mental preparation. They would sometimes imagine potential challenges before they happened. This was not pessimism, it was preparation. By mentally preparing for difficulties, they reduced the shock and emotional reaction when problems appeared. Another principle that strengthens your calm is learning to speak less and listen more. Many conflicts escalate because people react instantly with words they later regret. When you listen carefully and choose your words slowly, conversations become more thoughtful and controlled. Stoicism also teaches that dignity is found in self-control. When someone tries to provoke you and you refuse to react emotionally, you demonstrate strength. Calmness in difficult moments often speaks louder than any argument ever could. Another powerful Stoic idea is remembering how temporary everything is. Good moments pass, but difficult moments pass as well. Nothing remains exactly the same forever. When you truly understand this, you stop overreacting to temporary problems. Stoic thinkers also believed that discipline creates freedom. When you discipline your thoughts and reactions, you are no longer controlled by impulses. Instead, you become the person guiding your own behavior and decisions. Another lesson from Stoicism is to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Not every disagreement needs to become a battle. Sometimes the wisest choice is simply to step away and protect your peace. Stoicism also reminds us that true confidence comes from inner stability. When your confidence depends on external praise or success, it becomes fragile. But when your confidence is rooted in character and self-respect, it remains strong even during difficult times. Another Stoic habit is practicing humility. When you accept that you still have much to learn, you become less defensive and more open to growth. This mindset prevents many emotional reactions that come from pride or ego. Stoic philosophy also encourages responsibility. Instead of blaming others or circumstances for your emotional reactions, take ownership of your mindset. When you accept responsibility for your responses, you gain the power to change them. Another important principle is focusing on progress instead of perfection. Personal growth happens gradually. Each day you practice calmness, patience, and reflection, you move one step closer to mastering your emotions. Stoicism also teaches the importance of mental resilience. Life will test you in many ways. There will be setbacks, misunderstandings, and disappointments. But resilience allows you to remain steady and continue moving forward. Another Stoic insight is that silence often protects wisdom. When you do not feel the need to respond to every opinion or criticism, you conserve your mental energy for things that truly matter. Stoic thinkers also valued independence of thought. Instead of blindly following popular opinions, they examined ideas carefully and chose beliefs that aligned with reason and virtue. Another principle is learning to appreciate solitude. Time alone allows you to reflect, think deeply, and strengthen your mind. Solitude is not loneliness when it becomes a space for growth. Stoicism also reminds us that calm leadership begins with self-mastery. Whether in family, work, or personal relationships, people naturally respect those who remain steady during difficult moments. Another important Stoic habit is controlling expectations. When you expect life to always go according to your plans, frustration becomes inevitable. Flexible expectations help you adapt more easily when circumstances change. Stoic philosophy also encourages gratitude for challenges. Every difficult moment teaches patience, resilience, and emotional control. In this way, obstacles become teachers. Another principle that protects your peace is learning to forgive. Holding on to resentment only keeps your mind trapped in past negativity. Forgiveness frees your mind and allows you to move forward. Stoicism also reminds us to invest energy only where it matters. Time and attention are valuable resources. When you waste them on trivial arguments or unnecessary worries, you weaken your focus. Another Stoic lesson is that true peace comes from within. External success, wealth, or recognition cannot guarantee calmness. But a disciplined and thoughtful mind can remain peaceful almost anywhere. Finally, remember that mastering your emotions is a lifelong journey. Every day offers new opportunities to practice calmness, patience, and wisdom. The more you apply these Stoic principles, the stronger your mind becomes. If you found value in these ideas and want to continue strengthening your mindset, subscribe to this channel for more powerful insights on Stoicism, discipline, and personal growth. This community is built for people who want to think deeper, live wiser, and remain calm no matter what life brings.